Greetings, Legionists. This is Arendelft. So today I want to go ahead and show off War, Strife, and Death. Alright, starting off with War. Personally, I love the way he looks. Pretty much everything about him. The only thing I even vaguely don't like is the way his back looks there. I don't know, it looks a little unfinished to me. I just expected his regular robes to be spilling down. There we go, it's a little better focus. Spilling down behind him, but I don't know. Now that I really look at it from this angle, I actually do think that does look like robes rather than just his back, because I thought they were just going for his back right there, but now that I've got to look at it from this angle, that actually does look pretty good. And as for his wings, well, they're definitely not the shadow wings. And spoiler alert right here for Darksiders 1 if you haven't played it. They're not the shadow wings Samael gives to him. They look very flesh-like. The shadow wings he gave him, of course, were incorporeal. They were like energy. And these look more almost like his form when he's in chaos form. Which also are a form of energy now that I really think about it. But they match the way these look a lot more. The shadow wings looked a lot more incorporeal, while these match his chaos form quite a bit, except his chaos form had very small wings. Nothing that could really carry him. These are actually, I think, bigger than his actual wings were in chaos form. But regardless, I want to magnetize them to him. So if I ever want to say that he has the ability to jump around, jump pack or whatever, I would magnetize these to his back, sort of in a way like a demon prince or whatnot, and he'd be able to then have the jump pack ability. Or, well, just flying now in 8th edition. But they're the right size. They look good when I pose them on him. I'll have to show them to you once I have them magnetized. And then I will have to find somebody to paint him, because he just looks so awesome. I cannot wait to have him painted. Alright, so that was War. Alright, next one we have up is Death. Alrighty. Alright, this is Death. And I love the way his pants look. Absolutely 100%. That was a great look for him to get. But, unfortunately, due to the fact that they're so large, they kind of make the rest of him look smallish. I mean, you never really see Death without some van braces on of some kind. So, I don't know if his arms really are that small, but they look about the right size to match his torso, but his legs look so doggone big. So, proportionally wise, I'm just trying to think of something to equalize things. But truth be told, he looks like Death, just like he does from Darksiders 2. And I fragging love those pants. But he does have a bit of a cowl on, but it's a small one. It's more like a scarf, to be completely honest. And I'm not overly impressed with that. I'm thinking about making some changes to him. Possibly putting on like a shoulder pauldron onto his left shoulder, because that's actually where he would have a shoulder pauldron on in the game if you ever got a piece of armor matching that. So it would actually match his look. I just need to find a shoulder pauldron that would be appropriate for him. Now, he also came with wings. Unfortunately, they're freaking huge. Like, they tower up above him. Big time. And he's already, like, taller than Death and Strife due to the rock platform he's sitting on. And mind you, I could cut that rock platform down to size a little bit and shorten, it so he's not such a large profile on the battlefield, so he isn't so easily seen. And now that I think about it, whoever I'd run him as wouldn't have more than 9 wounds, so he wouldn't be able to be spotted and picked off from afar so easily now that the new rules are like, oh, you can't individually target them, blah, 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 since the only way they could think of to nerf Death Star was to make it so the characters couldn't be in groups, which makes no sense. There were plenty other way to nerf Death Stars, but whatever. It's the way it is now. But, so this guy being the way he is currently, I'm trying to figure out a way of being able to actually have him with his wings on, but he's not like a huge profile. And I'm thinking about putting them on him at a certain angle or whatever. I don't know. It's just a thought process right now. I'm still trying to mull over ideas and whatnot. But put a shoulder pauldron on him and figure out his wings, possibly cut the rock down, the rock face he's standing on down a little bit. So those are the changes I'm thinking about making to Death. Alright. And next up we have Strife, and he was so tricky to build. It took an age to get this done right. Oh, it was so annoying. Anyway, though, I think he just looks plain amazing. I nearly just stabbed myself with an X-Acto knife in the leg. That could have severed an artery. That would have been bad. Oh, no blood for Corn today. Too bad for him. Yeah, next time I'll try decapitating myself. Ugh. Anyways, so this is Strife. He looks fragging amazing. Someone said that he looked like he could possibly run as an Eldar or something like that, because I've been trying to figure out who all these guys could run as. War, definitely a Space Marine of some kind, with either, you know, his Relic Blade, you know, being that Chaos Eater, and his left fist could run as a Power Fist, but that Gauntlet is what I think he stores things in. Spoiler alert again for Darksiders, after he kills the first, well, all of the Chosen, he stores their hearts, I think, inside of that Gauntlet. So, and then he, you know, takes them back out of it. I mean, Death has a way of storing things too, but I have no theories currently as to how he does that. But, in any case, so with Strife here, we'll run him as, he could possibly run as Eldar, because he looks a lot like, you know, Eldar do. He might be able to run as an Assassin. I haven't figured out how that would work, though, because none of the Assassins I know of have, like, dual pistols. And while I could eventually find a way of removing and magnetizing an arm so it wouldn't look bad, I don't want to bother with that right now. So I really need to get a little platform or something that I can just rotate. That's a goal for the future. I could just use a Lazy Susan, except it's huge and wouldn't properly fit here very well. So, I need like a small Lazy Susan so I can just rotate these guys instead of slowly moving them around with my X-Acto knife. But Death, after I put a shoulder pauldron on him and whatnot, also thinking about running him as a Space Marine. Due to the, you know, they're both about the right size. So they could both run as characters, Space Marines. War with a Relic Blade, and just, you know, his other Gauntlet can be run as just a regular Gauntlet, and he can actually have a pistol, because in, spoiler alert again, for Darksiders 1, he is given a pistol from, I believe it's Ulthane, the Black Hammer. And so I just would have to find a pistol that looks like that rather large revolver. And that revolver was a little bit bigger than Strife's revolvers that you see here. So it matches War's size, because War is bigger than Death and Strife. So, and Death is a little bit bigger in just size to Strife. But War, even without his armor, is bigger than the both of them. And of course, Fury would probably be almost the exact same size as Strife, if not slightly smaller. But I think, you know, sheer size-wise, I think she's about exactly the same as him. So, in any case, I think Strife and Fury would be perfect for, like, Assassins. I just need to figure out what kind I could run them as. Or, for that matter, Eldar. You know, because they got that kind of look down really, really well. And I actually have Eldar and Imperial forces, including assassins, so I could run them as both. And I really love the thought of it. So I'm currently just debating ideas right now what to do. If you have ideas to what I could run them as, shoot them up to me. Most of my games I run with XL Pudding, and he's been shooting around ideas of what I could run some of these things as. So, right now I'm just debating. As well, I'm also working out how to work them into the lore of Legionus. How they're going to be introduced, because for me, that's always a factor. How they're introduced to the storyline. And I'm still working on how I'm going to be starting up the storyline of Legionus. If I'm going to start at the very beginning, or if I'm just going to interject during some point in the Millenniums with the Legionus storyline, who I'm going to start with, what kind of perspective I'm going to be from, whether it's going to be like from an actual storyline or whether I'll just chronologically go over it from a third person's perspective. I don't know. Those are also all ideas that I'm currently debating on for when I eventually start getting the Legionus lore organized and start getting those videos out. So if anybody has any ideas on that as well, please leave them down in the comment section below. Alright, well, if anyone, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, please tell me why. And any other, general feedback about anything, please leave in the comment section below. Alright, everyone. Don't get into too much trouble or dupe. It's always up to you. Toodles!